Opening in theaters this week is the fantasy film If, and here's my review. Making a movie about imaginary friends is one of a lot of potential to entertain and do something creative. After showing his skill as a horror director with the Quiet Place movies, it's also interesting to see John Krasinski direct something completely different. Unfortunately, If never really takes off, even as it throws several well-animated characters at us. The film tries so hard to give us something whimsical and emotional, but ends up not doing much of either as the story plods along. While a few chuckles occur along the way, they are not enough to make one further invested in the protagonist. Krasinski sets the tone of the movie early on, with the opening montage and other scenes that establish a young girl and her parents. There's such a high level of whimsy, with Krasinski especially overdoing it in his role as the father. The first act is a tad on the slow side, but the hope is that maybe things will pick up when the imaginary friends appear. It does, but only slightly. The friends themselves do show creativity in the design department, with the standout coming from an insect ballerina who looks like she walked out of a Fleischer Brothers cartoon. The animators also deserve credit for bringing them to life with the needed bounce. Some of the few laughs in the movie do come from these imaginary friends, who Krasinski has cast with a wide assortment of famous voices. Thankfully, these well-known names are not too distracting, even as one plays spot the celebrity. There are a few chuckles as we're introduced to each one. However, the story itself does not provide that much excitement or interest. The main character, B, is a fairly standard child protagonist who the movie gives the usual theme about growing up, but without too much insight on the subject. Ryan Reynolds goes for something a bit more sentimental than the usual role he plays, but he mostly just follows after B and gives us some of the exposition for this world. The highlighted live-action actor winds up being Alan Kim as a young hospital patient, and he provides a decent amount of charm in the few scenes he pops up in. When If attempts to go for heart-tugging moments, they just don't feel earned. While one can see the emotions it's trying to gain from the audience, they come across as hollow. Michael Giacchino does compose a spirited score, which tends to have more life than the scenes it's playing over. One can see the template If is going for, with John Krasinski not being shy about his influences with some shots in the movie. It does feel like a genuine attempt at a family film throwback, and there's a clear theme here about the importance of preserving one's cherished childhood memories. However, the story just never reaches the inspiring heights it wants so much to hit, and it just sort of moves from one set piece to the next without developing that much interest in the main characters. The ingredients are there to create something special and heartwarming, and Krasinski's heart is absolutely in the right place here, but the movie never quite finds its footing.